Welcome back to Gardening by the Bone. Thank you once again to the garden crew for tuning in to another video. And to those of you tuning in for the first time and you want to join the garden crew, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Then click on that like, click on the share, and click on the bell so you'll be notified every time I put up a new video. And don't forget to drop me a comment. Talk to me, garden crew. Well, today, garden crew, we add a new addition to the garden. It's called Strawberry Hills. And as you continue to look at the video, you will find out what's going on today in the garden. So stay tuned, garden crew. Stick around. We got action. Yeah, garden crew, these strawberries right here, I purchased these, they was like $12 and some change each. And I thought that was a good deal because they got about 4 or 5 strawberry plants in each basket. And these strawberries are called Montana White. I think that they are day neutral strawberries. I'm not exactly 95, 100% sure. But I think that's what they are, and that's supposed to mean they continue to bear all the way throughout the season. Maybe taking a little break during the summer when it get real hot. But yeah, that's what we got here, garden crew. So come on, garden crew. Let's transplant these strawberries. That's my son right there, and he was so eager to get the planting in the garden. So you see he's tilling up the raised bed. And what you see me about to do, I'm about to put some, add some soil, and I'm about to add some amendments to it. Get everything ready for the planting. So yeah, this is garden soil. Pretty much when you put in the raised bed, when you add amendments to it, you know all the soil is the same. It just some of them just got different amendments to it. Some don't, some have. And if it don't have it, you just add it to it. You can just use the same soil. It don't matter, garden crew. So you see me, I'm about to add this black cow, and as you notice, I'm not gonna add that much. I'm just gonna put a little bit of black cow. That's that compost. And the reason being, I'm not gonna put that much in there because if you remember my previous video, this here garden, this here raised bed right here, this one had that compost that came out of my compost bin, had that real high nitrogen in it. I had called it black gold, so even though I planted in it, I'm believing that soil right there is still kind of rich with nitrogen and stuff. So I'm not gonna put that much compost, and I'm not gonna put that much blood meal in it. So we're gonna see what happened. And if need be, we'll check out, see what happened as the strawberries grow. And if we need to add some more nitrogen, we'll just do that. But we gonna wait a while before we add any of that blood meal. I am gonna put that bone meal in there, cause that bone meal, that's gonna help them roots take off, and that's gonna help it grow real good. So we trying to grow us some strawberries. We ain't too much worried about the leaves and stuff. That's really what your nitrogen do. It promotes the deep green color on your leaves, and that would be good for some like your brassicas, your collards, and your mustards. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, garden crew. So y'all stay tuned and stick around, garden crew. We got more action on the way. right here, it looks like the raised bed is ready for planting. But I had a thought, I want if any of y'all ever went to these strawberry places, these strawberry farms where you can pick your own strawberries. If you noticed and looked at how they have their rows laid out, they have them healed up. And so that's what I'm planning on doing right here, Garden Crew. I'm gonna make some heels in this bed, and that's gonna make the strawberries do a whole lot better. So y'all check it out as y'all see me getting ready to heal up this bed. And by the way, since you see me in the process of making these heels, and at the beginning of the video, you see that I named the video and this area over here Strawberry Hills. So that's partly where the name came from, because I'm making these heels. I started out with these 2 heels, and eventually throughout the video, you're going to see me, I'm going to have to add another heel in the middle because I didn't have enough room to put all the strawberry plants that I had. And another reason I named it Strawberry here, because you may not be able to tell, or maybe you can. If you look at the fence, you can see how the fence is slanted right there behind me, to my left right there. How it's inclined is because it's on the hill. So that's partly the reason why I'm calling it Strawberry Hill too. Now you can kind of see and get the idea of what I'm talking about when I want to heal these strawberries. You see I got 2 heels, and then I got a like clear in the middle right there. That's on both sides. You can see that the rainwater, or when you water your plants, it'll drain off, and so it won't promote any root damage or root rot to your plant, meaning that the water will stay stagnant on your plant, but it'll drain off. So that was the idea, that was what I was trying to get to. But eventually you're going to see I'm going to add another row to it. So what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and I'm making my holes for my strawberries. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to make sure that I got enough room for the amount of strawberries I have. I don't want to just start planting and then run out of room. Then I got to dig up strawberries, but I already have my holes already pre-dug. So that's the reason I'm doing it this way. And as I was doing the voiceover, it made me think about the Bible saying that you got to count up the cost. So I guess that's what I'm doing in the garden here. I'm counting up the cost. I'm making sure I got enough room now to plant my strawberries, and don't want to have to find out later that I didn't have enough room. So that's just a little Bible trivia for you right there, Garden Crew. know that many of y'all was wondering why I have those two collard plants still left in this raised bed. If you remember watching my other videos, I had the top bunch of collards and the mustards plant over there. So when I pulled them up, I did my harvest. I left two of the collard plants in there so that I can harvest some seeds later on. And but I come to the conclusion after I did a little research, I found out that these brassicas, which is what these collards are, that they don't grow well with strawberries. So eventually I had already pulled them out, and you may see later on in the completed installment of this of strawberry here, you'll see that the collards are no longer there. Garden Crew, y'all remember me telling y'all that there was 5 strawberry plants in each one of these containers. So right here, what you see, we getting ready to plant. Well, my son, I'm gonna let him plant, and what I'm doing is I'm separating the strawberries from inside, and I'm pulling them apart, being careful not to damage the roots or anything. But these are truly some extraordinary roots here. These roots are very good. I mean, whoever planted this here, they did a good job on this right here. So I kind of pulled out a big chunk of the soil as well. So when he get ready to plant them, the soil and the roots really won't be disturbed. The only thing he's doing is changing the location from that container and putting it in the soil that's in the raised bed. Alright, Garden Crew, we done got the first hill, got the first rope completed on Strawberry Hills. I think that's looking pretty good. What y'all think about it? Talk to me, Garden Crew. as y'all can see on the screen, y'all remember I told you that I was gonna have to make a third row. Well, here you see, that's what you see me doing right here. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't that hard. All I had to do is pull the saw out right there and add some more beamers right there, and I still kept the row in the middle of both sides so that the water have like a little junction right there, a little ditch right there for the water to drain to. As y'all can see right here, my son, he just set that part of Bonnie strawberry plant. That's the reason I had to add another row, because I forgot I had bought some Bonnie strawberries. Now those not Montana White. I don't know what the name of those strawberries are, because you know sometimes how Bonnie is, they just put strawberries or they ain't gonna tell you what variety it is. So I know that they're different than what I got. So throughout my research, I understood that it's best to have more than one type of variety of strawberries planted together. So I'm guessing that maybe you will get, you know, a different variety of strawberries, and also they won't all harvest. I mean, you won't be able to harvest them all at the same time because they're not gonna be ready at the same time, and that's a good thing. Now going through Strawberry Hills is all completed. And as if you take a close look, you remember I told you that I was going to remove those collards from out of the raised bed. If you take a close look, you'll see that I removed them. And I transplanted them into those 2 red pots you see on both sides. I know those are some small pots, but it should be enough room. All I'm trying to do is harvest some seeds. I ain't trying to get no collards. So yeah, garden crew. What y'all think about the Strawberry Hills? Looking pretty good, huh? Talk to me, garden crew. Well, there you have it, garden crew. Another video. We done completed Strawberry Hills, the brand new installment in the garden. I want to thank y'all for watching. And those of you that are looking for the first time, y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click on the like, the share, and the comment. And I'll see you on the next video. And remember, this is gardening by the bone.